my beautiful sneak peekers. It's me, your lovable reviewer, Alex Mascareño, and boy do I have a review for you guys. Over this past summer, there were a lot of great movies, but sadly, the movie I'll be talking about isn't one of them. Fantastic Four. It's been approximately 8 years since the last film, and with the recent success coming from the superhero films, there was a lot of high expectations when they announced we would be getting a reboot. Sadly, though, those high expectations came crashing down hard. The Fantastic Four follows the story of Reed Richards, a science genius, as he is granted a full ride to join the Baxter Foundation, a school filled with young, gifted nerds like himself. There, Reed's help is enlisted by Dr. Franklin Storm, his adopted daughter, Sue Storm, and Franklin's former apprentice, Victor Von Doom, to build the first interdimensional travel machine. I'm sorry, but how does no one suspect this guy to be evil? His name is literally Doom, as in your impending doom. Gosh, whatever, I digress. Anyway, obviously for the sake of the story, the group building the machine, but not without Reed, Sue, Victor, and a couple of late additions, Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm, messing it all up and getting their bodies altered into super beings. Living up to his name, Doom decides he wants to destroy the Earth. Shocker. It's now up to the four Musketeers, Quality Quartet, to stop Doom and save the day. The Fantastic Four is a complete mess of a movie. It has no idea what it wants to be, and because of it, it misses a lot of great opportunities. We were supposed to believe that Ben and Reed are lifelong best friends, and yet we only have a few scenes of them acting together throughout the entire movie. The same could even be applied to Johnny and Sue, who we are supposed to believe are brother and sister. The fact that the only reason we have a few scenes of them together is to remind us, the audience, that they are in fact siblings is just too depressing to think about. Heck, I don't even think Ben and Sue even talk to each other, let alone know the other person's existence until the end of the movie. As for the character development, oh boy, even though I wasn't expecting much, I was still disappointed. Sure, while there is a brief scene where the characters are horrified by what happened to their bodies, there is essentially no exploration on how they've been affected emotionally by what's happened to them. Instead, we are just slapped in the face with a 1 year later cut, where we are told the characters have already mastered their powers and moved on. Ben Grimm resigns to his fate as a giant rock monster. Johnny loves his new flame powers and is now working for the government. Sue is developing her powers in the top secret government base all while telling herself she won't be used as a tool. And Reed runs away. Yeah, Reed, Mr. Fantastic, runs away. Eventually, after a long, drawn-out build-up full of off-screen character bonding and cool things we'll never, ever be able to see on the screen, the team finally gets together for the final act battle against Doom. That's it. The final battle is as lackluster as I'm describing it. The gang just gets together and boom, down goes Doom. Overall, I give this movie no stars out of 5. 0. If you replaced all the characters with cardboard cutouts, the decomposition of those cardboard would make a better character development. I honestly don't know if I can even consider this a Fantastic Four film. There wasn't any of the frenemy relationship going on between Reed and Doom, like the original series, and they even tainted Ben's catchphrase, "It's clobbering time," by giving it its own backstory. This and all the continuity errors present in this film, like Reed's beard appearing and disappearing when he goes from one room to another, and Sue's constantly changing hairstyle, was almost enough to ruin my day. Also, I should mention that there was no Stan Lee cameo in the film, but who can blame him? Well, that's enough from me, sneak peekers. Now excuse me while I try to wipe this movie from my mind. Back to you guys.